This is Tyler Mounce, and we are here for another episode of the Sea Life Podcast, and I am here with our guest, Charlie Zhang. Now, Mr. Zhang is many things. He is an entrepreneur, a musician, a philanthropist, a father, and a husband. But if you don't know Mr. Zhang yet, you likely have tried the delicious house chicken from the restaurant which he founded, which is Pick Up Stix. Among other things, Mr. Zhang has done some great work in the Orange County community from a philanthropy standpoint, which we're excited to hear about as well today, and then just also have him share a little bit more about his story. So, Mr. Zhang, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, how are you, Tyler? How's everybody?
We're doing well. It's great to be with you today. So, like I said, I think my first connection to you, unbeknownst to me, was when I first came to California and I tried the house chicken at Pick Up Stix for the first time. And as a college student, Pick Up Stix is, like gourmet dining for me. So I enjoyed your restaurants a lot over the years. But I wanted to talk a little bit. You have an amazing story, particularly with how you came to the U.S. and the way that the trajectory of your future changed and what you did from that. So can you take us back to, I believe it was 1984 when you said you first came to the U.S.?
Actually, it's 1980.
1980.
I came in United States. It's one of a very blessing story beginning. So,
how old were you?
I was 24 and a half years old.
And what was it that made you want to come to the U.S. originally?
Well, the great United States of America is everybody's dream. The dream to coming to seeking the better life, seeking the freedom. I came from, mainland China. That time after Cultural Revolution. So pictures are pretty dark. So as a young person looking forward to seeking the dream, looking for to make the American dream.
Was there a lot of people your age that wanted to leave China at that time?
Oh yeah, I think majority of the people want to.
What was keeping people from coming to the U.S. and how was it that you were able to come to the U.S. at that point?
I think between U.S.-China development relationship established 1979, I'm just kind of year after. So that time still unfamiliar each side of government relationship. So very small amount of people to qualify and got approved. I think my batch in the 1980, they only approved 108 students.
108?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
one of those.
Well, out of do you know how many there were that applied?
Oh, thousands.
Thousands. And you were one of 108.
Yes.
Wow. What was it that you wanted to do in the U.S.?
I was a play instrument.
You're a musician.
Yes, musician, and play clarinet. So I want to be the musician, came in U.S. to pursue that career.
So you wanted to be a professional clarinet player in the U.S.?
That's right.
And so how did you come here to study it, or did you come here to look for jobs with...
No, I have a student visa to come in United States.
And where did you study?
I got a visa and school at the college in Pasadena. It's a music, So that's why I'm here.
Wow. And then, so once you got to the U.S., did you know anybody? Did you have any money? What did you do first?
No, I have no money. I have $20.
You had $20 in your pocket?
Yes, I have $20 with the clarinet and a suitcase.
See, $20 clarinet and a suitcase.
Yes.
So basically you had the essentials. Enough for a meal at Pick Up Stix, at least.
No, not even there.
And so what did you do when you got here?
So immediately the next day I'm going to be looking for the job of people able to hire me.
So you immediately went and looked for a job.
That's right.
Was it easy to get one?
No. I through the almost 20 interviews.
20 interviews.
Yeah, most of the people turned it down. Either don't have a paper for the working visa or something else, and don't speak English. And the people from mainland China, it's have a kind of a questionable label. People don't know you, so I didn't able to get a job.
So how long you finally got a job, right?
Yes.
What was it you were doing?
Essentially, I got a job as a dishwasher at a restaurant.
What restaurant?
It's a restaurant called Yanjing in the city of Orange.
Yeah, it is a Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
And what were you doing?
So, wash dishes and helping the kitchen, cutting the vegetable, cutting the meat.
So, and did you know how to do all that, or did they have to teach you?
I had to learn, pick them up, use kind of my eye and humble to asking other people.
And did you enjoy working in the restaurant?
I haven't no other choice.
You had no other choice.
Didn't.
You were just happy to have a job?
That's right.
And you're going to school at the time as well?
Yeah, the first months.
At this point, you wanted to work in the restaurant as a means to get by, but pursuing the dream of being a professional clarinet player.
That's right.
What happened?
Well, I working the way within the first week. Unfortunately, because of cutting frozen chicken, I cutting severe damage in my finger.
So you cut your finger with a knife.
Knife, cleave, and because the chicken's so frozen, it's like a rock. Sooner you cut it in, slip to my index fingers.
The index finger on your left hand.
Yes.
Which is you need to play clarinet.
Well, I use both hands.
Yeah.
So the one of a movement, you need a finger.
And it was so severe that you, at that point, couldn't play clarinet
I
anymore?
went to the hospital, got a probably 30 stitch. Doctor warned me, you damaged the nerve. Gonna take a long time to recover. Maybe it's never gonna be. Just maybe I'm gonna be numb. So still today, after 35, 36 years, I'm still not quite good yet. So probably that's permanent.
Oh, wow. So even now today, you have that nerve damage.
Yes, yeah. It's halfway there, and you can feel still not a feeling.
I mean, were you devastated?
Definitely. It's a young kid's mom, daddy not here, but you still had to continue fight through it. But the music is pretty much over.
Did you at that point, did you think about going back to China?
No, I don't want to do that.
So you decided to stay here and you just kept working at the restaurant?
Yeah.
What did you come up with a game plan? Like, what was your plan at that point? Did you know?
That time, the only mind here, I need to make a living. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to fight back for a different way. So that's the moment of just determination.
So once you realize your music career is over and you decide that you want to stay in the U.S. and that you're going to persevere through this, how did you kind of make the next steps? You have the job in the restaurant, but at what point did you get the idea to go out and start your own restaurant?
That moment, I feel, first of all, I need to make initial money. So I decided it. So, put your instrument on the shelf. Let's find a way, whatever it takes, do or die, that kind of attitude, and make it happen. So lower the sleeve, and then just 100% effort how we can make it at the restaurant. So
you were working at the restaurant, and then you decided to eventually start your own restaurant.
Yes.
What did that take? Like, how long did that take?
I spent 27 months, saved $7,200, and went out. It's a late 1983, started my own.
So it was $7,200 was enough to start your own restaurant.
Well, I borrowed some of the money from relative or friend. Made a total of $20,000.
$20,000. And what was the restaurant? Was it Pick Up Stix or was it something else?
No. That time, the restaurant you can able to purchase from somebody else. They're running down, spend $20,000, bought a restaurant, cleaned it up. The location is Capistrano Beach. We're naming the restaurant called Shanghai Charlie's because I'm from Shanghai. My name Charlie's.
And so at that point, because of the work you had done in the other restaurant, you kind of knew how to run a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, during the restaurant learning work there, I collect a lot of experience, wisdom by the humble attitude. So that's why I packed a pretty good management, structure.
And so that restaurant obviously was successful. Like, did you open up the doors and start making money?
No, not immediately. I think we spent the very, very first 7 months working so hard. We lose money, we lose less money, and start to break even, start make some money, not even equivalents. I was make the salary or income. Then in the 7th month, so we say, I made it. So.
Yeah, wow. And so after 8 months, you start to make a little bit. Are you married at this point?
No.
No, so you're still single.
Yeah, I opened a restaurant 1983 late, 83. I married 85.
Okay. And you keep working this Shanghai Charlie's restaurant for how long? How many years? It starts to eventually make a little more money. It becomes a little more successful. Yeah. And then at some point, you branch out and create the Pick Up Stix concept.
Yes, I think I spent almost 4 or 5 years, from 84 to 89. I opened at 5 different restaurants. It's most of mom pop. 2 Shanghai Charlie, 2 Mandarin King, actually 2 Japanese fast food called Teriyaki Inn. So when you become a entrepreneur, you're learning by each day, each stage. So by 1989, I feel that's the way to franchise, make it a Pick Up Stix. That time we established 1989.
So you had opened multiple concepts in these different restaurants, but you decided you wanted to create one concept that you could franchise and create multiple locations of all over.
During the 5 years, I see enough of what a people, consumer, customer like, what are they really looking for, what are their lifestyle, and the family to-go dinner. That's how we say, hey, we go. So we put all the concept together.
So when and where did you put the first Pick Up Stix?
Laguna Niguel.
In Laguna Niguel,
yes.
Right here.
Yes.
And why there?
First of all, I really, that time I'm in Capistrano Beach. I feel Laguna Niguel is a brand new city. That same year we opened this, incorporated the city. Mm-hmm. So I feel it's a very new house project and not many competitions.
So at that time, did you realize that? Did you realize that this was going to be a developing area and was a good place for a new restaurant?
So one of the customers at a Shanghai Charlie, he worked for the largest developer company called Bowie Corporation. He came and introduced us. Hey, we have a brand new shopping center. We're looking for Chinese restaurant operator. Would you able to be there?
Wow. And so that sort of fell into your lap a little bit.
That's right.
And then, but you had already decided to come up with the Pick Up Stix concept?
Yeah, well, first restaurant we opened called Stix, S-T-I-X. It's not really Pick Up Stix name that time yet. Still pretty much dining room. We have a, bigger kitchen, busboy, waiter, bartender, all the things. But that restaurant opened just immediately success.
Wow.
Predominantly, we find out that 37% is to-go takeout.
Wow. 37% of people were ordering takeout.
Yeah. So I use the number. We feel that number, if we open small restaurant, use 37% the amount, I think we can make that small restaurant survive and also make money. Why we need to feed in the huge, overhead.
Yeah.
So next restaurant, we find the location. It's on one third of a size.
1/3 of the size of your original restaurant.
First restaurant, 3,800 square feet. The second restaurant, 1,100 square feet.
Wow.
At a Rancho Santa Margarita. So we designed the kitchen, minimum staff, use all the technique, hit another home run.
And everyone in Rancho Santa Margarita loved it.
Oh yeah, by the lake. So people just feel welcome you to the community. So we've been pretty lucky.
So this is 1989 or 1990?
90, yes.
1990. And then at what rate, Pick Up Stix grows to eventually, I think while you were there, nearly 100 locations, right?
Yeah, from that point, we keep grow, open the third location in Irvine, success. The back to, Del Mar, San Diego location, Carlsbad, and San Clemente. Just keep hit a home run. We become a very well-known community lover Chinese cuisine. So we keep going. Finally, we reach over 100 locations.
Obviously, along the way, you might say, we started with 1 or 2 locations and we grew it to 60 or 70, but I'm sure when you were in it, that seemed like a long journey and was probably a lot of really hard work.
Oh, yeah. We earn the money. Every restaurant, you have to give your life into it. If you want a success, you have to sacrifice. That time, I married, have young kids. My wife, got a lot of heat. Continue to raise the kids. She also managed our accounting department. And also, I'm almost 24/7 on the field to dedicate all in the mindset to how we manage, how we make it work, how we getting real estate done, how the construction done, all the things. Just happened fast track for 12 years. That's a burst of over 100 locations.
Wow. Did you, at any point, how did you fund the growth?
I pretty much use our proceeds, revenue, income to grow. That's why we grow rate for the national restaurant chain still relatively slow. We fast growing as 12 locations per year. When I ended it,
Okay, so 12, that was the fastest that you grew.
Yeah,
12,
we
12
used to
locations each year.
3-4 a year.
3 to 4 a year. And did you have any really big failures along the way? Moments where you thought, oh no, I blew it?
I always have those days, those night you couldn't sleep because there's a lot of difficulty. The restaurant is exposure to the public, to a lot of employee. You have to deal with the people. We at the peak time over 2,000 employees. At the peak time we're selling house special chicken, several $1 million a year, just one dish.
Wow. But
deal with the food, freshness. So we always have those exposure to risk. And but we have to deal with it. We fight through it.
At what point did you realize I think we're going to make it. Like, at what point did you think I've built something that is large enough and stable enough that I'm going to be able to provide for my family and I'm going to be able to make it here in the U.S.?
Yes, I think when I start, the first stage I able to whatever business income replaced my initial paycheck, work for somebody else. That's one phase. Other hand, I able to save money to put the money in the saving account, put the kids in diaper, milk. That's another one. And bought a first house, very small. The house in El Toro at that time, 125,000. But I feel it's my house. Doesn't matter small or what. That's another I can accomplish. Then keep it going, open a restaurant, say goodbye to bank. I don't need your money. I open my own. I feel so proud of it.
Huh.
And until finally bigger corporation knock our door, want to buy us out. That's
yes. So tell me about that. So this was in, was it 2001?
Yes.
2000, okay. So in 2001, were you thinking of selling the business, or did it was TGI Fridays, right? Or TGIF? Were they?
Yes.
So at what point did they come? Did they come to you and ask because they saw what you were doing?
Yes, at that time, we have a friend connecting. They're looking for the great concept. With that time, we're never selling anything. You keep investing. Until the people, bigger corporation executives showed up, take it very serious, and listen to what their approach until offer on the table. So I feel I cannot refuse. I never see that kind of money.
Yeah.
I didn't hit a lottery, but this is the money that I earned it.
And so at that point, you decide to sell the business.
Yes.
But you stay on as the CEO for another 3 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so how many locations were you at the point of the sale?
When we opened the restaurant to hit 100 location, when I finally resign as CEO, and we have 146 location.
Today,
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? So when you had originally made the deal with TGIF, that you had 100 locations, and then you grew it to 146 by the time.
146.
146 by the time.
Within 27 months.
Within 27 months. Wow. And so obviously they had some sort of an earn-out or some sort of a deal where they wanted you to stay on to ensure that it continued to grow past when they purchased.
Sort of it, but I am passionate. I'm that time too young. I was 46 years old, so.
So at 46, you finally retire as the CEO of Pick Up Stix, and you and your family are set, right? You have enough to provide and continue to live here in the U.S. and take care of your children. What did you think you were going to do?
Well, I was thinking, as everybody said, hey, you should have retired. I tried. 1 week at home, clean the garage, fix everything. I'm so fast smooth, fixed it.
You fixed everything in the garage in a week.
I look around, what else I can do? My wife said, let's go to Hawaii for 1 week. So we did. At Hawaii, the first 2-3 days, exciting. And then later on, look at the ocean, look at the tree, look at the bird. I said, what am I doing here? Then I realized I still have a gas tank full of energy. I love what I do. Now all of a sudden, I'm like a retired man. That time in Hawaii, a lot of people I see, they are really truly retired. But they're moving too slow, not me. So
you still wanted to go.
I said, well, I have some money. Maybe I should invest something else.
So what did you, now I understand you kind of then created a couple new business ventures.
Yes, I put quite a few money to purchase real estate, land, medical building, and apartment for steady income, cash flow. Then with a friend, they approached me. You're the food guy. You should invest the money in the beverage business. I said, wow, that's new things I want to learn. After read the memorandum and the beverage business called aseptic technology, which you put a beverage drink in a bottle with that technology without preservative can give you shelf life 2 years even more, still open with a fresh taste.
And this at the time was a new technology.
Yeah, from Europe.
Okay. And so this was an existing company, but they needed investment
No, it's
capital?
a brand new concept. Had to purchase all the packaging line, new technology, have a real estate manufacture facility. We all did it for 1 year or less at the city of Corona.
And were you the CEO of that company?
Yes.
Okay. So someone approached you with this concept and you provided the investment capital as well as the leadership to grow it?
Yes.
And so you're back from the beginning again. And
Yes.
You're building a company. And how did that one go?
Yeah, at the 2004. So within 7 months, very hard work. I think my philosophy put a success is not about just all money. You have to put a team together, the people. Have a good concept, which you can make a good products. So same thing, I handpick a few people used to work for me at a Pick Up Stix. Hired top-notch PhD engineering to new edition with my leadership. Continue to say, the people want to work for Charlie, you got to working hard. The rewards are unbelievable. So 2004, we get a manufacturing open, get a machine running, get a beverage able to drink. So
now you mentioned, it sounds like people liked working for you.
Well, it's kind of neutral. I love the people. I love the people I work with. But I think vice versa, people work together. It's a family. It's a harmony. It's just that type of it. It's not everybody a candy coat. I'm a very firm, get it done, get a win. Everything else, talk about later.
And so that company, same type of thing, you were able to build it, grow it. You've got a great team.
Yes.
You've got a vision. And then similarly, that I think gets acquired by Gambia Nutrition.
Gambia, yes. 8 years later, 2012, we able to buy Gambia Nutrition back to Island Company, the public company.
Okay.
They're seeking that type of a technology because they have the largest protein drink in the world. They make a protein. So protein need a aseptic, long shelf life manufacture technology. So they came into us of big money. Again, that time I have a different kind of view. I'm in the middle of 50s. It's time to now you're thinking through a bunch of money, so we decided sold it to everybody.
And so, how is the gas tank at this point? You're in your mid 50s. Do you still feel like I've got more in the tank, more energy?
Yeah, that time I can't go back and say retire, back to real estate. If something else you can do better.
So how long? And then the thing I'm excited to hear more about is at that point you start on your philanthropic journey, which is what you're doing currently as the founder of OC Music and Dance.
That's right. I don't feel it's just I live in this world. I don't want to be just money maker. this is a great country. It's a great people. I'm a success based on they give to me. So I want to give it back. I'm part of it. Especially I want to show a young generation what I call give back. So I feel time's out. Next business, I want to give back. Be the best you can be. How it can be the role model to give the back to community, give the people and the young generation. That's a part of a OC music dance.
So music comes back into your life, but in a much different way than you originally planned. What is that like to be on the other end of things, and now you're essentially giving other people the gift of music?
Well, the music in my blood, like a DNA, I just always follow love with it. But that time, my generation, because of physical issue, injury, I cannot pursue myself. But be so beautiful, I'm able to give opportunity to young generation. So OC music dance mainly is students pursue their music, either career music or they want to have a good and dance. So I feel it's a field ground, the platform for them. They're able to do that.
And who can come and be a student here at OC Music and Dance?
We don't now reject and deny anybody. Either you have able to financially afford it or not. We have a scholarship program. I have a great partner and team of people dedicated working here. Partner Douglas Freeman himself, he used his life-saving time. We partner together to do that. So we have a scholarship. If people have financial issue, we funding and give a scholarship. If a family, mom, daddy again able to pay, they pay. So that's over here.
And it is amazing. I was fortunate enough to be at the National Philanthropy Day, where you and Ling were honored as outstanding philanthropists here in Orange County. So
that's last November, right?
Yeah, it was a beautiful to see the work that you guys have done here and the way that has impacted so many people. So it really is amazing to see what you and your wife are committed to in our community.
Thank you. We're honored to do that.
Looking back on your career, if you think, because obviously the restaurant industry is unique is a unique industry, and manufacturing is different, and other consulting and services are different. But what is something you have learned over your career that is a guiding principle that you think translates across any industry?
I think I have to start the people. You have to be you need to love the people. You need the people's good skill set, how to work together with the people. I'm just one of them. They're part of me, building the great winning team. Utilization, everybody have a different talent. Don't underestimate, he had a doctor degree. No, everybody have an asset. So we utilize, put all the pieces together, become unbelievable special group. So I think the people's my number one investment on people. Also, I think at the end of the day, you gotta be humble. A lot of people have a bigger ego. They're just not me. So learning.
Switching now to the muzzleload round. It was shorter questions for you. What have you accomplished in your business that you're most proud of?
I think OC Music Dance. That school, I'm proud of it. Because this is not something I want to make money out of there. How we can, the biggest rewarding, I see kids play on the stage. They're growing. They respect their parents, respect their community now. Good habit with the beautiful smile.
If you could go back in time, what would you tell a younger version of yourself?
Well, I think everything you can get able to get it done. The one thing you have to stick on, have a never, ever, ever give up mentality. Beat up the problem that may not become problem. When I'm young age, I'm always rewarding. The man can walk on the moon. Everything else you can take care of it yourself.
What are you reading, listening to, or subscribed to currently for personal or professional growth?
Well, every day I'm learning. I always learn from wisdom from other people. I have a dear friend, Rich Alessandro. We know each other for 30-some years. He's my mentor. We're like a brother. Now Douglas, Joelle, and all the people around. I'm just every day like a sponge. Dry napkins, continue seeking.
What habits or routines do you have personally to help you stay on top of things?
I want to be everything every day. Want to get it done. Done within the hours. I don't want to let a problem or the project just slip away next day and next day. I'm just kill all the problem, finish all the project, day and day. Tomorrow have a tomorrow things.
So you'd like to stay really focused on the task at hand.
Get it done.
Thank you so much for sharing all about your story. It's really amazing and inspiring just to, particularly as I think about the way you overcame adversity from a young age.
Thank you.
For people who are interested in knowing more about what you're doing, or if anyone's listening, where would you want to point them? Like, would you want to direct them to come check out what you're doing with OC Music and Dance?
Yeah, I want to be happy, spend the time to come over. We do always open. We have a great team of a staff welcome you. In here, not only just you have to be looking for the music, the way we're building our life, the quality, and all the piece, just attitude here. So they can learn so much.
And so you like people to come and visit here to see what you're doing?
Yes, very much open the door.
Okay, so OC Music and Dance here in Irvine. And the website is ocmusicdance.org. Thank you again, Charlie, and for all the work that you've done in our community.
I'm so honored. Thank you.